Okay, so you've got some money, you've come to the site, you want to make some money trading and investing. It looks, I don't know, it looks possible, right? We've seen it on TikTok, we've seen it on films, we've seen The Wolf of Wall Street, and everyone wants to make life-changing money. I get it. I get that's what you want to do. That's what I want to do. That's what we all want to do, all right? We all want to work out, am I the one who's going to crack the code and get this passive income, this life of Lamborghinis or whatever, just a bit more ease? And the site, all right, Etoro looks really glossy, right? It looks simple, it looks clean, it looks open, it's exciting. People are talking about things which we don't understand, so we're trying to sort of fit in. We're trying to go along with it. Like, yeah, I understand what you're talking about. We don't understand anything. None of us do when we come in. None of us know what's going on, right? We're just there with our cash, like we're walking into a casino, waving our cash, hoping that we can throw it down and make some of that life-changing money so we can do some of this glamorous stuff and our life can be a bit easier. It's not that simple, and it's the fastest way to lose money. Remember, most of us, this is a downer, I know, but most of us are losing money when we come into these sites. Much like if we walked into a casino, we don't know what's happening, we don't know the odds, we don't know the markets in this case, we don't know the assets. We walk in and we start, hoping for it. And there's something called confirmation bias, right? So confirmation bias, you want to hear from me or from other people, you're going to make it, you're going to make the money, just go for it, just put it down. We want it to be true, But in order to stay safe, there's some things you kind of have to understand. One of the first ones is to adjust your expectations. I know it's not glamorous and it's not fun and this is not the bias you want, but you have to start thinking like a long-term mathematician. This is not a quick game. One of the top tips, make sure you have a stable income when you come in, right? Why have a stable source of income, right? So a lot of people come in and the first thing they're asking is, how much do I have to use? What trades do I have to do? How can I do it so I can live off this? I want to live off this, right? I just want to have a passive life where I'm living off my earnings. That's very, very far down the road. If at all, that's far down the road. Most people use this to have like a little extra money. And let's say you put in $1,000, right? I think most people on average put in $2,000. Let's say you put in 1,000. Let's say you make 20% in a year. 20% is a really good return. You're amazing. If you can consistently make 20%, you're doing really, really well. 20% of $1,000 is like $200. $200 in a year. Most of us don't like that. It's not enough. It's not what we're hoping for. We've got our jobs, we've got our lives. We see trading as a way to really break out of that. I'm going to bust out of my life and do something glamorous. It's not. And because we want more than $200, right, we start thinking, well, how can I either take more risk and I want to make 50% a year, 100% a year? It's impossible, right? It's impossible to consistently make that much return without taking risks, which statistically are going to blow your account. Or they start trying to leverage money. They start trying to borrow more money. So they still want to make maybe 10% a year, but they want to put in 50,000 or 20,000 so they can make, 2,000 or 5,000 or whatever. They start trying to borrow money. I've done that, trying to borrow money to trade. Do you know the nerves you're going to be left with? Do you know the anxiety that can cause in your life? Sorry, again, I'm sounding like someone's grandpa or something, but this is what I'd tell my brother. This is what I'd tell people who I really care about. Adjust your expectations. You don't want a scenario where you're blindly in the markets, don't know what's happening, things are turning against you. You're using leverage as a thing, leverage, which we all start using when we're new, right? And we try and make our money more. It's like if you have $1,000, 10 times leverage, it's like you're trading with 10,000. You can make money much quicker, but you lose money much quicker, and statistically we do. Because the markets go all over the place. We don't know what's happening. We see these big moves and we close trades, we panic, we do this, we keep them open too long, we close them too quick. It's a mess. So basically understand that you're like everyone else. You're going to want to use too much leverage when you don't know what it's about. You're going to want to try and get more money somehow, which you can't afford to lose. And you don't want that. You don't want the nerves of it. Trust me, your stomach will be all knotted. You'll be worrying. You're in fear. It's just panic. How to make your life full of panic. Some people like the adrenaline. I'm kind of one of them. Sometimes I like adrenaline things, riding motorbikes and stuff, racing go-karts. But this is a whole other level of thing. It's a huge, real fear that people can actually lose a lot of their money and get into trouble with their families and kids and wives and husbands and parents, and you don't want this. So that whole way of thinking of trying to get more, trying to do it quickly, just understand that you're going to be prone to it, just like everyone else is. You're not going to be immune to that temptation, right? Greed and fear, they say, are the two big things. And coming in, it's just so fascinating, isn't it? That we want to do that. We all want to bust out of our life, but it's not going to happen. So what can we do? Keep the regular income, work out how much we can actually afford. This is not fun, it's not boring. You might be turning off and thinking, oh, I don't want to do it then. I think that's probably better. If this is like the scenario where you don't want to do it, I think it's more realistic. I mean, I make videos about it. You can make videos about it. You can be an affiliate. You can talk about it and get ads on your channel. There are other ways to make money off trading and investing, is the truth. There's a whole industry around it designed to bring people in. There's a huge industry of that, of the promotion and marketing and talking about it. It's easier for me to make money talking about it than to actually do it, just because I don't have that much capital. Do you know how much money you need to put in so that you can sort of live off it? You know, I'm sort of working out how to make a little stable income, but we're talking about amounts which aren't going to change your life at all. You know, 5% in a year or 10% in a year. If I get 10% in a year, I think, all right, I'm doing well, you know, if it's consistently green. Now, there are things like compounding, right? If you leave your money in over time, it can get like bigger. You know, you make 10% on whatever you made the year before and you keep doing that, it can get bigger. That takes time. That's where you start thinking like the mathematician. It's a long-term thing, not the quick fix. So adjust our expectations is an enormous thing. I don't want people to lose money. And I've made so many of these mistakes. And the truth is, if you come in and you're going to try this, you're going to probably fall into these traps. It's, do you do it to a little degree, like a medium degree, or do you go all out and blow your account and have to leave it completely? I just want to point out the sort of traps which are going to assail you instantly. You're going to be on the timeline, all these people sounding sure about what they're saying. You're going to want to listen to that guy who says, buy this stock now, it's going to go 100x. You think, oh my God, 100 times? This is a myth. You're with him. You want to hear what you want to hear. Be aware of this. Sort of the need for confirmation bias and this gambling mentality when we come in. Okay, so what's the optimistic, hopeful side of this? Because so far I've just been talking about the traps and the things that can go wrong, and that's not the whole picture at all. The problem is that so many of us come in with our smaller amount of money. The super rich people, they're not taking as much risk as us. They know these rules, they've done this generationally, and they're sort of making a sustainable living. We come in, this is the first time really in history where we've had access to these markets in the way we do now. The sad thing is that we're coming in, we're taking these risks and we're blowing our accounts. That's it, we're never seen again. That was our only time we were around finance and investing, hoping it can work for us and we can get these benefits. And that's it, we blow our account, that's it, never again for us, and we're out with a sort of bad taste in our mouth. What we want to do is be aware that we've got a gambling nature. Be aware not to take these risks. Then we can take advantage of it. Passive income is real. We can make that a sustainable part of our lives, a way to sort of make money regularly apart from our job, make our money work for us. That's a real thing. All of these things are legit, they're real, and they work. They just work slowly over time. We can't get there with the quick fixes. We seem to keep trying, you know, that's what I want to say. It's so much fun. It's such an interesting world investing. I want to see people get past that first bit so that it can become sustainable. Anyhow, that's it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy your investing life cycle, you know, manage to avoid some of these traps. And thanks for watching. Please like, please share the video if it's helpful to someone else, and good luck. God bless. Stay safe.